try to follow. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, 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 Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari, Jaya Gopi Jana Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari, Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari, Jaya Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana, Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana, Yashodanandana Yamuna Tira Vanachari, Yamuna Tira Vanachari, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, 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 Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. धनराज श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि हरि। Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayantirayet nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavatir uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati nishtaki mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripatamaham vande shri gurum dinatarinam yat kripatamaham vande shri paramananda madhavam yat kripatamaham vande shri chaitanyam ishwaram. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Very happy to see all of you on a Sunday evening. I wanted to thank, especially I will thank Krishna that I got one more day of association of devotees. Association of devotees doesn't happen accidentally. It is the mercy of the Lord. We get a lot of opportunities in our life, and out of all those opportunities, satsanga or any devotional service to perform, that is the greatest opportunity. All other opportunities are coming through something called what? All other opportunities. I'm not talking about devotional service. Except devotional service, everything else is coming based on what? Karma, right? According to our prarabdha. Except for devotional service. Now, devotional service is coming based off our karma or what?
Mercy of the Lord.
It's the mercy of the Lord, right?
Mercy of the devotees.
And mercy of devotees, of course, definitely.
He will connect to Krishna.
Because in the Bhagavatam, there is a shloka wherein Vritrasura is praising the Lord, and there he uses the word samanjas. Now the word samanjas means the person who is giving the opportunities for doing service, right? So we should not be thinking that, oh, by fluke I just come to this temple, or for anything. By fluke you can go for a movie, by fluke you can go for a party, by fluke you can go to the school, to the office and all these things, not to temple. For the temple you need sukriti, you need mercy, you need that great blessings of the Lord. So don't think that, it's just so happened, no. So that's what I thanked Lord, so that I got one more day of association. It's very, very, what is that said? Lava matra sadhu sangha? Sadhu sangha, sarva shastra kar. Lava matra sadhu sangha. So if you just got lava, just as a minute quantity of sadhu sangha, sarva siddhi hoy. You get all the siddhis itself. It's very important that we get association of devotees. Back back home, our ancestors or our grandfathers, they used to take that association every day. They used to go to temple. They used to go to, I'm not talking about the previous generation, maybe the previous to previous generations, right? Our grandfathers, our great-grandfathers. There were no TV, there were no internet, there were no 2020 or anything like that. All they do after coming home, what they will do? They will go to work. They might be farming, they might be doing business, they might be doing all sort of things. But once they come home, what they will do? What is their entertainment? They will go for some...
In the evening they gather in the temple.
In the temple, right? There will be something called a Ram Keli, like what is it called? A Ram Katha.
Krishna Katha,
right?
Ram Katha.
Krishna Katha, Ram Katha. There will be dramas. Ram Leela, right? Ram Leela. Hari Katha, right? So that's their entertainment. They will just go, they will gather and they will see, the pastimes of the Lord. Somebody will be talking about the Lord, the pastimes of the Lord. They will be laughing, they will be crying, they will be feeling that ecstasy, that happiness. And with that, they will come home and they will take prasadam and they will go to sleep. And imagine how beautiful that sleep will be when you're out. And that's what it said, when before going to bed, don't read any novels. You just read something like a sublime. Then it will reflect in your subconscious mind, and which will reflect in your sleep also. Anyway, again, welcome everybody to our Sunday class. Again, I don't want to call this as a class, I just wanted to have a discussion. I just wanted to share the knowledge, and also you share the knowledge to me. So just want to keep that way, two-way. Today we are trying to recite from chapter 7, text number 10.
Page number.
7.10, page number 315.
315.
Everybody got the shloka?
Yeah.
7.10. Let's try to recite. Bijam mam sarva bhutanam
Bijam mam sarva bhutanam
Vidhi partha sanatanam
Vidhi partha sanatanam
Buddhir buddhimatam asmi
Buddhi buddhimatam asmi
Tejas tejasvinamaham
Tejas tejasvinamaham
Bijam mam sarva bhutanam
Bijam mam sarva bhutanam
Vidhi partha sanatanam
Vidhi partha sanatanam
Buddhir buddhimatam asmi
Buddhi buddhimatam asmi
Tejas tejasvinamaham
Tejas tejasvinamaham
Bijam mam sarva bhutanam
Bijam mam sarva bhutanam
Vidhi partha sanatanam
Vidhi partha sanatanam
Buddhir buddhimatam asmi
Buddhi buddhimatam asmi
Tejas tejasvinamaham.
Tejas tejasvinamaham
Anybody want to recite?
Bijam mam sarva bhutanam Vidhi partha sanatanam Buddhi buddhimatam asmi
Tejas tejasvinamaham.
बीजं मा सर्वभूतानां
Bijam mam sarva bhutanam
विद्धि पार्था सनातनं
Vidhi partha sanatanam
बुद्धिर्बुद्धिमतास्मि
Buddhir buddhimatam asmi
तेजस्तेजस्विमानहं
Tejas tejasvinamaham.
Bijam mam sarva
Bijam mam sarva
bhutanam
bhutanam
Vidhi partha
Vidhi partha
sanatanam
sanatanam
Buddhir buddhimatam asmi
Buddhir buddhimatam asmi
Tejas tejasvinamaham
Tejas tejasvinamaham. Bijam mam sarva bhutanam Vidhi partha sanatanam Buddhir buddhimatam asmi Tejas tejasvinamaham. Bijam mam sarva bhutanam Vidhi partha sanatanam Buddhir buddhimatam asmi Tejas tejasvinamaham.
बीजं मां सर्वभूतानां
Bijam mam sarva bhutanam
विद्धि पार्थ सनातनं
Vidhi partha sanatanam
बुद्धिर्बुद्धिर्मतामस्मि
Buddhir buddhimatam asmi
तेजस्तेजस्विनामहं
Tejas tejasvinamaham.
Bijam mam sarva bhutanam
Bijam mam sarva bhutanam
Vidhi partha sanatanam
Vidhi partha sanatanam
Buddhir buddhimatam asmi
Buddhir buddhimatam asmi
Tejas tejasvinamaham
Tejas tejasvinamaham. Bijam mam sarva bhutanam Vidhi partha sanatanam Buddhir buddhimatam asmi Tejas tejasvinamaham. Okay, thank you. That's wonderful. So we will repeat the translation. Please repeat after me. O son of Pritha,
O son of Pritha,
know that
know that
I am the original
I am the original
seed of all existences,
seed of all existence,
the intelligence of the intelligent,
the intelligence of the intelligent,
and the prowess of all powerful men.
and the
prowess
prowess
of all powerful men.
Please listen to the purport. Bija means seed. Krishna is the seed of everything. There are various living entities, movable and inert. Birds, beasts, men and many other living creatures are moving living entities. Trees and plants, however, are inert. They cannot move, but only stand. Every entity is contained within the scope of 8,400,000 species of life. Some of them are moving and some of them are inert. In all cases, however, the seed of their life is Krishna. As stated in the Vedic literature, Taittiriya Upanishad 3.1, Yato va imani bhutani jayante, Brahman, or the Supreme Absolute Truth, is that from which everything is emanating. Krishna is Parabrahman, the Supreme Spirit. Brahman is impersonal and Parabrahman is personal. Impersonal Brahman is situated in the personal aspect that is stated in Bhagavad Gita 14.27. Brahmano hi pratishtaham. Therefore, originally, Krishna is the source of everything. He is the root. As the root of a tree maintains the whole tree, Krishna, being the original root of all things, maintains everything in this material manifestation. This is also confirmed in the Vedic literature, Kathopanishad 2.2.13. Nityo nityanam chetanas chetananam eko bahunam yo vitatadikaman. He is the prime, eternal among all eternals. He is the supreme living entity of all living entities, and He alone is maintaining all life. One cannot do anything without intelligence. And Krishna also says that He is the root of all intelligence. Unless a person is intelligent, he cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Om Tat Sat. Om Jnanatimiram Tasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripasindubhaya Vacha Padidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda. Hare Krishna. So before I start speaking on this most auspicious subject matter from Bhagavad Gita, I request and I beg the blessings from all the Vaishnavas who have assembled here and also from the Guru Parampara, so that I can speak something which I have heard from them. So here in the 7th chapter, Krishna is speaking about the knowledge of the Absolute. He is talking about Him. He is saying, like, I am the Bija, I am the seed-giving Father. Bijam sarva bhutanam vidhi partha sanatanam. Oh Partha, you understand. Vidhi means you understand that I am the seed-giving Father. Buddhir buddhimadam asmi. Right? The intelligence of the intelligent. So Krishna says that I am the seed-giving Father, and from me comes the intelligence. I give the intelligence to everyone. And Tejas Vinamaham. I am the prowess of powerful man. I am the power. I am the intelligence. I am the Tejas of the powerful man. So it is said that it is only Krishna can say that, because very rarely we see in the scriptures that somebody is saying that I am the seed-giving Father. To say that I am the Father, it takes real credibility and courage. Isn't that true? I cannot go and say that I am your Father. Okay? You have to be really a father, because that is something very personal, that is very sensitive. Isn't that true? So only a father can say that I am the seed-giving Father. I mean, you can be a godfather. Isn't that true? You can be a godfather. So what's the difference between a godfather and a real father? Biological. Yeah, what's the difference between a biological father and a godfather? Biology, yeah. I mean, to make it a little bit more.
Real father is given him
birth. Yeah, he is the one who has bring him to existence. Maybe you can say the Godfather is the one who has actually shown the light of the life, something like that, right? You can say guiding and all these kind of things. But the one who actually brought him to existence in this material world is the real Father, right? So that's a difference. So Krishna is saying that from me comes all the living entities, and that's when Prabhupada is actually mentioning here, like all the 8.4 million species. There are 8.4 million species in this material world. And out of which, like, the very famous sloka says, Prabhupada always quotes that Jalaja Navalakshani, Sthavara Vimsa Lakshati. Right? There are 8 lakhs or 800,000, 900,000 of Jalaja. Jalaja means the aquatics. There are 400,000 species of human beings. No, when I read this thing for the first time, I was really bewildered. Like, how come there will be 400,000 species of human beings? How many species of human beings do you know?
Only two.
One species, right? Maybe you can see two. Maybe male and female, right?
We were thinking only two.
Two, maybe. Yeah, I can see. But Shastra says, clearly says, I believe it's in the Padma Purana or one of the Puranas, it said that 8.4 million species. And they have enumerated, like, they have given the breakdown of, like, how is that? Out of which it is said that, okay, 900,000 species of aquatics we can make it, we can understand, right? There are so many thousands and thousands of aquatics are there, that's for sure. But 400,000 species of human beings, that really blew me off.
There, Prabhu, according to Shastra.
Yes, of course. That's when I was
How
just...
we have to understand that?
Yeah.
400,000 species of human form.
Whatever Shastra says, we have
No,
to accept.
that is there.
Vegetarians, eating mixed and non-vegetarians, like those who have been China people, they are eating different species, all these cockroaches and all, they are different species, like that 400,000.
Well,
Yes.
that is a kind of an acceptable argument. But, I was just thinking, like, see, you can, one is that. Second one is like, see, we are a tiny, small earth in this universe, right? So how many planets are there?
Unlimited planets,
Unlimited
billions
planets,
of
right?
universes.
So we are just one of those. How many planets are there in our planetary system? 9? 8, right? One is gone, I believe. What is that? Mercury? Pluto is gone, right? So Pluto is gone. So we are 8 now. So, and then we belong to that solar system which is called Milky Way, I believe. And we are just and we've got a sun. Sun is the center of our solar system, and then we just got so many other planets, and then we are a group of things. Our galaxy is called Milky Way. There are even so many planets in that Milky Way, I believe. There are millions and gazillions of other, galaxies. The nearest galaxy is Andromeda, I believe, right? That is the one, which is almost like 10,000, even bigger than our solar system, our galaxy. And there are unlimited galaxies in this universe, right? Unlimited galaxies, right? And you just imagine, what is the chances of other living entities in other planets? Is that 0? No, right? Let's say, what's your name? Shiny? Shari. Let's say Shari is a singer. Okay? Shari is a super singer of Stouffville.
Oh, very good.
Okay? Just imagine. I'm just giving you an example. So Shari is thinking that, okay, I am the only singer in Canada. Is that because Shari is the only person who is singing in Stouffville? Does that mean that she is the only singer in Canada? No, right? There are other singers also, right? So that doesn't mean that we are the only human beings. There could be other human beings also. There are other planets. Bhagavatam says that there are so many other planets, and there are different living entities there, right? So take that as a conclusion. Even science cannot define the fact that, okay, there are other. I was just listening to one of those podcasts from an astrophysicist, and then she was saying, like, if you take glass of water from the ocean, glass of water from the ocean, and we examine, oh, there is no fish. There is no fish. Does that mean that there is no fish in the ocean? All right. We have only examined just a glass of water. That's what we are only experienced with this one planet, right? We don't even know where is the. How many of you heard about Oumuamua? See, Oumuamua was an extraterrestrial object, right? It actually came at the speed of a light initially, right? Almost approximately in the speed of light. Then when it came towards the Earth, everybody was thinking that it's going to collide with the Earth. It actually reduced the speed as and when it came to the Earth, near to the Earth's surface. It came to the Earth's surface and then it just swiftly went back. It came to the normal speed wherein a rocket will go, right? In a one fraction of a speed of light, it just came. So scientists are even wondering, like, how come an object who is coming at this almost to the speed of a light can reduce the speed and doesn't hit and deflect back and go away? If it is an, what is that called, meteor, it will definitely hit because there is no controlling power to that.
No braking system.
No braking system. But this something which is coming at the speed of light, normally what happens is that these meteors will, before it comes to hit the Earth, it will actually burn out because of the friction of the atmosphere, right? But this one came, reduced the speed, very exponentially reduced the speed, came near to the Earth and deflected back and it continued its journey. So, there could be extremely brilliant living entities out there. Extremely brilliant. They could be advanced maybe 1,000 years or 10,000 years or 100,000 years more than us. We never know, right? So, coming back to the thing, 400,000.
Sorry to disturb you. Other thing, probably each planet has got a suitable body with the living entities.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and that suitable body could be a different body, right?
Yeah.
And that might come in our 400,000 species,
Yeah.
right? Anyway, that is one of understanding I have come up, but I've never, seen any other shastras giving these exact numbers, which actually astonishes me. You can say that there are thousands of species, but these thousands will be like what? Approximation, correct? But when you say 400,000 species, then there is some, it coming with an, what is that called? An authenticity, right?
So you're talking about human 4001 with human consciousness? Is that what you're referring to?
Species, Prabhu. Like for example, species is mostly with the bodily features, correct?
Oh, right, that I got 8.4 million.
Yeah.
But I think I heard you saying that out of that 4,000,
I'm talking about the 400,000.
400,000.
Yes.
400,000 is human beings.
Yes.
So those are the ones which have the consciousness of they
Not
can
the
actually-
consciousness.
Yeah.
They have got different bodily
Body
features.
Okay.
For example, let's say,
You got 14
reptile,
avatars.
reptile species, right?
Yeah.
And that reptile species, you can find, snakes. Dinosaurs was a reptile species. Frogs is, I don't know whether frogs is a reptile, but they're, it's amphibians, right? There can be like, what is that, what is that called? I forgot. Lizard.
Lizard.
Right? So these are all like, reptile species. So there are different species. So in that one, different bodies. So human beings, there might be, you never know, there might be a human being which has got four hands. Right?
No,
There
it
could be human beings which has got two. How many of you have seen the Star Wars or Star X series? And have you seen how many species they have come up with? The imagination, right? Somebody has got three eyes. Somebody has got a eye on the stomach, right? So this kind of species are there.
So
Could be there.
let's not go to the hypothetical world.
Mhm.
Let's go to the Vedic, the one we
Yes.
get. So can we say Ganesha, for example?
Mhm.
Ganesha is one such human being out of 400,000.
Well,
There's a
Ganesha is not considered as a human being. He's a demigod.
Okay, let's say we say Danav, Rakshas,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all those kind of things, right?
Yeah, you can say that. You
Okay.
can say that. Yes,
Yeah, I want to
definitely.
tell the same thing.
Okay.
there are so many 14 lokas are there. Down below the Vritti loka, there are another 6 lokas.
Mhm.
Atala, Vitala, Talatala, Patala, all kinds. There are
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
human beings are there.
So that's what I could come up with an answer that of course there could be a lot of other living entities who are having this different species, right? Anyway, so that's what all these living entities, Krishna is saying, like, I am the seed giving father, right? I am the one who is actually giving them the intelligence. So whenever we are actually using the intelligence, just understand that, okay, that intelligence is coming from Krishna, right? If you are actually having, because we should be never, it is said that we should never think that, okay, I am the doer. It is said that, right? That is the first and foremost understanding of the Sanatana Dharma. When you ask, like, who is a doer? I'm not the doer, right? Because things are not under our control. Our blood pressure itself is not in our control, right? Can you control your blood pressure, Prabhu? No. You can increase your blood pressure. When you go for a running, you can increase your blood pressure, but can you just bring it down? No. If that's the case, then we will not be taking any blood pressure medicine, correct? Right? So many things are which is not in our control. So many things wherein we utterly fail with all the technologies we have in our hand. Utterly fail. One of the biggest, the so-called person who was excelled in technology was who was the CEO of Apple? Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs, right? He failed. He failed. I mean, he had, I believe, he had cancer, and then before he leaving his body. And how many of you know that Steve Jobs was, before becoming the Apple founder, he was spiritually inclined, and he went to Himalayas. He went to Himalayas, and then he was looking for spiritual enlightenment. He wanted to become a sadhu. Imagine if Steve Jobs would have become a sadhu, that phone would have been not here now. Right?
Who knows? Somebody else would have been taken.
Well, I'm just saying, right? The Apple might not be there.
Yes.
He was looking for enlightenment, and then he went to the Himalayas looking for a guru, and he met one of the yogis, and then this yogi looked at him and said, like, I see you can change the world. But he didn't say in a positive way or in a negative way, right? So I think, like, you should go back, and you should pursue your venture, whatever it is, right? So it is said that he just came back to US, and that's when he just started the Apple. Right? Anyways, it's a story, but for sure, it's not because he was having some kind of an affiliation with ISKCON Hare Krishna movement. Because when he started his startup, it was not when he was studying or something at that point of time, he was not having enough money to support his,
He was
a student. And then he was going to the next temple, like this, the Hare Krishna temple, and he used to come, and he used to attend the program, and he used to have prasadam there.
10 kilometers he used to walk.
Right? Anyway, I'm just saying, Steve Jobs at the end of his life, he just realized that with all this technology and everything, human life is completely different from all these things which we think about. Human life or human birth is meant for something special. You have to see his last talk given to the Apple, and also he has given interviews that you have to see in YouTube. It is there. Profound spiritual understanding. Right? We have to understand at that point of time, Steve Jobs was the richest in the whole world. He was the head of the CEO of the Apple, and then he was the so-called technocrat or whatever, right? And when it comes from his mouth, it adds a lot of value, right? Anyway, so that is the value of human life, right? So, how did we come to Steve Jobs?
Apple.
So human life is one of the most precious life out of all this thing. So this intelligence comes from Krishna. From it, that's how we came to Steve Jobs, right?
Yeah.
So we have to understand that all this thing is given by Krishna. It can be taken out just like that, right? One of the my mother's colleague, in the same office, she was also very loving to me. She's also like a motherly love for me. Very, very close friend of our family. So one time I went to India to visit her, visit my hometown, and then my mother told that she got Alzheimer's. This particular lady, she got Alzheimer's. So when I went and see her, she couldn't recognize me. She couldn't recognize her husband, the one who was living with her for the last 50 years or something, or 60 years or something. She couldn't recognize her sons, daughters. She couldn't even remember her name.
Memory loss.
Right? So just imagine, like, we are thinking and we are proud of so many things, right? There are situations wherein all these things we believe in, we invest in. We invest in so many things, right? We invest and we believe that, okay, this will take care of my thing. This will take care of my thing. This will take care of my family. All these things might fail one day. That's when we realize that, okay, there is something and somebody who is beyond and above all these things which is controlling, right? If there is nobody controlling, if everybody is under our control, then yes, we know that which plug we have to switch on, which thing we have to pull off, right? We know. But there are certain things which is beyond and above our control. And that's what, and when we ask the question, you will get so many answers, and most of the answers will be ambiguous. Ambiguous means not clear, different, right? There's somebody might say that, oh, this is, it happens just like that, just like that. Or somebody say that, oh, it is a power. Somebody will say that, oh, there is nothing like that. Everything is under control. Things are happening, just by that. But there will be no definite answer. But when it comes to Bhagavad Gita, clear answer, very clear answer. And that takes a lot of, credibility to answer that question. That's what I said, to say that I am your father, to answer that, to say that, it takes a lot of credibility. And that comes from a real person. You cannot fake it. You cannot say that, you can say that I am the, I am the president of the country. All these things you can say. When you say, I am the seed-giving father, that is something very serious, right? That's what Krishna is saying. When it comes to the seed-giving father, right, there is a very, very technical thing which is embedded in that. See, when Krishna says, I am the seed-giving father, you have to understand how the whole creation was happened. And this I am talking from Bhagavatam and the Puranas basis. Okay? It is said that when the whole world wanted to be created, right? It was created by the arrangement of Lord Krishna. Why this material world was created?
For the living entity to enjoy.
Any other answer? Anybody else? Do you believe that this thing, everything was created from a big bang?
And one more thing, that he wanted to take back us from this.
Yeah.
It is a correction center.
Yeah. Any other thoughts, like why this material world was created?
I think Prabhu said correction.
Know the value of Supreme Lord.
Sorry?
Common man needs to know the value of Supreme.
How do they know the value?
Like when they are in trouble, the final place with whom they can go and seek help is God.
So as Prabhu was saying, like, this is a kind of like a troublesome place.
Experience the Maya and then all those kind
That's
of
what.
things, and then regret.
That's
Why did I
what.
get
If
there?
you are in a troublesome place, then only you will regret, right?
Yeah.
You're in distress, you'll remember.
Any other thoughts? No, don't be shy. We are just discussing, right?
To know the value of life.
To know the value of life. It's all good answers, right? I mean, it's all good. At least we should spin our wheels.
Maybe Krishna wanted to test his own power.
On power, yes.
Krishna created this material world because the living entities wanted to enjoy. That enjoyment we will get in this material world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have read somewhere that the higher consciousness, Krishna, wants to experience a lot of things through us, like experiences of something like that, like expansion. That's something.
He wanted to do some pastimes, he wanted to perform certain activities. Is that what you mean?
That was
Not exactly, but yeah, a lot of evolution, a lot of things, a lot of
Creativity.
that's like
His Leela.
yeah, maybe.
Maybe. You know, I heard you saying like, he wanted to experience something from us. Is that what you sounded?
Like from all of these creations, not
All of-
only us.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah. I think I got you. Yeah, that's true.
that was a answer also.
Sorry, yeah.
That was a
Yeah, exactly. See, it is said that all the answers are supporting, so all like ingredients of the main answer, right? So it is said that this material world has been created because we were at one place initially, right? Where were we?
then the
With him.
With our Father, seed-giving Father, Bijam Mam Sarva Bhutana. Now, when we are with our Father, initially we are okay. Our Father give all the facilities, all the support and everything, good food, clothing, everything.
Yes.
Now, when you become teenager and you become a little matured, what do you want to do? You want to come out independent, right? Then you'll tell to your father that I want to go out. I want to
Explore.
experience freedom.
exploit.
So then father asks, what is your problem? I'm providing you everything, right? I'm giving you the good food, clothing and everything, right? What's the problem? And it's like, no, everything is there, but freedom is not there, right? Then father is asking, what is this freedom you're talking about? I don't understand. I wanted to see, I am actually feeling like I am within your control, all right? But father says, no, you can go wherever you want. No, still I am feeling something like, you are,
I can't take decision of my own.
And I am under your jurisdiction. I want to break it. I am an individual. I wanted to stay separately from you. And then the father says, well, see, you're too young to go there, right? You don't know the world. The world out there is very difficult. You cannot handle by yourself. When the time comes, I'll let you go. But I think you should stay with me. Then this boy will rebel. Say, no, I want to go. Finally, what will the father do? As a loving father who respects the individuality of his son, what he will do? Tathastu. Let it be. Right? Let it be. So the father, with a very heavy heart, let the son go. So when now the son wants to live separately and enjoy by himself. So the father actually creates a material world for him so that he can come and he can so-called enjoy, right? And that's when her answer will become relevant, because she said, that's when we will realize how loving my father was, right? How I was having a great life there. I should go back, right? So when you're away from your house, that's when you will be feeling the separation from your home, right? And that's when you will be understanding it's not an easy place. As the father was telling, it's not an easy place. And we all were the sons and daughters of the Lord there. And all the scriptures agree to that. Even Christianity, even Muslim, Judaism, every scriptures is supporting that, saying that you have come from the, what did Jesus Christ say? Right? Jesus Christ said, like, you are the sons and daughters of the Heavenly Father. Right? The same thing like Muhammad said, the Prophet Muhammad was saying the same thing. Right? You are the sons and daughters of the Allah, the Father, the Supreme Father. All this, and even Krishna also. Right? So we have to come to a facility wherein we will go through this difficulty and see that the things are not easy. And then we will realize that, okay, after we enjoy to our limit, we will experience unlimited freedom here in this material world, right, Prabhu? If you want to go to a place, we can go. If you want to want to do something, you can do, right? Unlimited freedom. That's what is called free will, right? It's your free will. Anybody is challenging your free will? Nobody is challenging your free will. Even between husband and wife, even between a father and son, even between mother and daughter. The moment you challenge your free will, there is a friction. Is that true? People need unlimited freedom. When I say freedom means freedom, free will. And that's what this facility is made, so that we will be enjoying unlimited freedom. But the more we enjoy this unlimited freedom, the more and the more and the more, what happens is that we will understand that it becomes stale.
You get frustrated by all.
You will feel that, okay, there is no more rest in that, juice in that. Right? We have not reached at that level. When you reach at that level, see, I was talking about Steve Jobs, right? He reached at that level, and that's when he realized that, okay, this is where it's all about the life is, right? So when you just, the chewing gum, when you just chew the chewing gum, initially, it'll feel like, very sweet and very nice flavor, but you just keep on chewing and chewing and chewing. What is there after 1 hour, what is there?
Nothing will be there. Joe will pay.
Right? Nothing is there. It's called charvida charvananam.
Chewing the chewed.
Chewing the chewed. You just keep on chewing and chewing and chewing. The rest is gone. The rest is gone.
You just want to spit
And
that
when you
out.
just, and at one point of time, you will feel like, I just want to spit it off.
Yeah.
Right? I just want to spit it off. It just becomes so much of pain and so much of like, there's nothing is there.
Non-paining.
It's just a waste. Right?
To
That is,
speak that also we have to find the proper place.
exactly, right? So, when you come to that level, that's when you find that there is no neck, there's no juice in this, there's nothing in this one. Just want to go out. That's what this dharma, artha, kama, moksha. When you are actually doing dharma, when you are actually based on that dharma, when you actually perform artha, artha means money. Based on that money, you will perform the kama. Kama means your desires. Building a house, having a family, investment, all this kind of things, enjoying the life. And after the kama, you just keep on saying like, enough is enough, at one point of time, right? Probably not this life. I'm not talking about one lifetime. Don't take it that way.
Millions of times.
Even we are thinking that, no, I have not felt that, okay, my son, my daughter, my house and everything is dear to me. I've never felt that I have tired. No, I'm not talking about one life. I'm talking about life after life. At one point of time, probably you might feel like, yes, enough is enough. I have to go back. Probably you would have already started. That's what you're sitting here. Right? You have actually started that journey, and that's what probably you might be sitting here to know that, okay, what is above and beyond this so-called thing? And that's what we have taken your precious time and come here and we are discussing this. Right? That is the starting point. In order to switch off a fan, what you have to do? You have to switch off. You have to turn off the switch. Will the fan be off then?
He'll take his own time.
It'll take another 2-3 minutes, right, to turn. The fan is still spinning, but you have done the activity of turning the switch off, correct? So that is what. Anyway, coming back to the point. So that facility is this material world. So when this material world is created, the whole facility is being created. I just wanted you to picturize the whole thing. This material world is created. And the living entities, where is this living entity is residing? In the original place. Now this living entity needs to be transported from the spiritual world to the material world. You are with me? Anybody has got a confusion? Please raise your hand and ask me. Otherwise you lose
It's very
the
important.
connection.
Basic.
All with me? Understood what I'm saying?
So you're starting from day one.
Day one.
Okay.
Remember, we were just talking the example of we wanted to come out of our house.
Yeah.
And our house were
Right.
spiritual
Nothing is here.
realm. And we wanted to come out and we have to enjoy separately.
Yeah.
So a enjoyment facility has been made, which is called the material world.
Yeah.
Now the second aspect is these jivatmas
Yes.
used to be transported from that world to this world.
Correct.
So Krishna makes an arrangement, a beautiful arrangement. It's wonderful. It's said in Bhagavatam and in Padma Purana also. Krishna has got his internal manifestation called Balaram, right? Internal potency called Balaram. Now Balaram actually expands into 4. It's called the quadruple expansion. So Balaram expands into 4. And this is called Vasudeva, Sangarshana, Pradyumna and Aniruddha. 4 Narayanas. Right? From whom comes these 4 Narayanas?
Krishna.
Balaram.
Balaram. Okay?
Supreme Lord.
Now, from this Sankarshana, another Narayana is formed. Right? And from that Narayana, another quadruple expansion is formed. Sangarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha and Vasudeva.
Layer 2.
Layer 2.
Layer 1, layer 2. Okay.
Is this as if we are seeing a Christopher Nolan movie? Dream inside a dream inside a dream?
Yeah.
Right? Right? So first Krishna was there, then Balaram.
Yeah.
Balaram took the first quadruple expansion,
Yeah.
and from the Sangarshana of the first quadruple expansion, there was a Narayana, and from that Narayana, second quadruple expansion has come, right? And from the second quadruple expansion, the Sankarshana, the second Sankarshana, there is another Mahavishnu who is formed.
Purushavtar.
And that Mahavishnu is called Karanodakashayi Vishnu. Right? It's called Mahavishnu. We'll just keep it as Mahavishnu. Now, these living entities are transported to the abdomen of this Mahavishnu. Right? It's very technical. That's what our Shastras are very meticulous.
Science.
There is no if, but, rather, nothing. Very, very specific. The living entities are transported as bijas. Remember, we are talking about bija here. Bijam sarva me sarva bhutana. It is transported as bijas into the abdomen of Mahavishnu, Karnodakashayi Vishnu. Now, for a living entity to be given birth, what is a biological process? There should be a union between a man and a woman, right? So now, Purusha, or the man, has got the bija inside. That has to be transported into the womb of a mother, of a woman. But Narayana, his consort is called, who's the consort of Narayana? Lakshmi, right? But Narayana and Lakshmi will not come out of the spiritual world. Okay? Now, where is this living entities need to be transported to? to
Mrithyaloka, this
material world,
Material
right?
world.
So this now where is this bijas are sitting on?
Abdomen of Mahavishnu.
Confused?
No.
Are you with me? Confused?
Karmodaksha Vishnu's.
Hold on, Maharaj. Anybody is confused? Please raise your hand. Yes.
I'll ask you a question
Yeah.
related to this, but I think second confusion I can clarify later.
Hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So the first is, you said Mahavishnu, is he sitting on material world now?
No.
Or he's still there in the spiritual?
Yes.
Okay.
Right? So he's above the spiritual world. Sorry, above the material world. Right? He's not in connection with the spiritual world. So now there should be, he need to transport these living entities, the bijas, right, to the material world. He will never touch the material world. Material world is untouchable. Right? Now what will happen? Lord, Mother, so Narayana's consort is Lakshmi. Lakshmi Devi will form as Durga. She takes the form of a Durga. And this Durga Devi is called Dharitri or Mother Nature. Right? She will come and she will take charge of the material nature. So the whole material nature is called Dharitri or become, Dharani or, Bhumi. Right? Now the mother is ready. Now the father has to come. So it is Lord Shiva who is actually taking the living entities from the abdomen of Mahavishnu and impregnating Mother Durga. Right? Got the point? So it is said that when the Lord is actually looking at this material nature, right? What is happening is that through this glance, all these living entities are transferred from his abdomen to this material world. And this glance is taken over by Lord Shiva. This glance is the personification of Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva personally takes in charge of all these living entities, and he will come and he will impregnate Mother Earth, which is Durga. So far clear or confused? No?
Is that one of the reason many, at many places, Lord Shiva is considered the creator of earth or material?
Exactly. Right? So now you get the technical aspects of why Lord Shiva is called the Father.
Okay.
See, we have seen Lord Shiva is being worshipped in the form of linga.
Yeah.
Shiva linga is the male reproductive organ. It's one of the symbols, right? And that is the representation of a father, right? That is one thing. The second thing is that it is the representation of unlimitedness. When you see that, lingas don't have any sides. It's all around. And when a thing is around, there is no, it's unlimited. If you just say ball, if you take a circle, where is the circle starting? Where is the circle starting? Is there any starting point for the circle? If you take a ball, can you show me what's the starting point of a ball? Same thing. The linga is in the form that it's, it's circular, cylindrical shape. There is no starting. So one is that it is a representation of our Father. Second thing is it's unlimited, right? And the third one, linga is the representation of unlimited potency, power, right? See, if you just take any examples, right? The nuclear power stations. What is the form of a nuclear power station? Have you seen the nuclear power stations? It's like a Shivalinga, right? Right? If you just take rockets, what is the form of that? Right? If you take Anna, what is the meaning of Annam?
Grain.
What is the form of a grain?
Yeah, same thing.
Right? It's the power. That's from where we get the power. Right? So it's extremely powerful. So Lord Shiva, so we celebrated Shivaratri a couple of days before, right? So Lord Shiva is our original Father. the seed-giving Father. So that's what today's sloka is very much connected with Lord Shiva. Bijam Mam Sarva Bhutanam. Right? Krishna has actually chosen Lord Shiva in order to do this activity. Can you imagine what is the position of Lord Shiva in our life? It's extreme, very, very, very important. I'm talking from a Vaishnava philosophy, right? I'm talking from even among the Vaishnava philosophy, Lord Shiva is celebrated just like our. This is from Bhagavatam. This is given in Bhagavatam. This is given in Brahma Samhita. Lord Brahma himself is actually telling this, right? So it is Lord Shiva who is actually giving this birth to all of us, and that's what Lord Shiva is, as you have mentioned, is called our eternal Father, right? Topmost Vaishnava. And Lord Shiva, another characteristics of Lord Shiva is that he is the most merciful personality, right? I'll give an example. See, how many of you heard about the Samudra Manthan Leela? Please raise your hand. How many of you have not heard? I cannot see one of the Samudra Manthan Leela. Churning of the milk ocean. That then you know. Sari know about the churning of the milk ocean? Yeah? Okay. Little bit, right? Good. Good that kids know the stories. It's very good. Good job. Is your mother? Your mother? Very good. They should know the stories. Anyway, long story, we don't have time. We are almost there. Devas and Asuras, they come to a treaty that we're going to churn the ocean, milk ocean. And what is the product of the milk ocean? Nectar. So when we get the nectar, we will share, right? So Devas were thinking like, when we get the nectar, we will take all the nectar and we will defeat the Asuras. Asuras was also thinking that way. When the nectar will come, we will take all the nectar and we will defeat the Devas. And what is this, the power of nectar? When you drink the nectar, what will happen?
Amrit.
You will become Amrit, right? You will become mortal, or not immortal, right? You will become immortal. And that was the agenda, secret agenda behind that. So they started churning the milk ocean. And this milk ocean is like huge ocean of milk. Just imagine a huge ocean of milk. If there is a huge ocean of milk, forget about ocean. If there is a lake besides, every day morning we will go with a mug and take a fresh milk from the Don't be greedy, Prabhu. We just need a mug of milk every day. Sorry.
But so many things were coming before.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, so just imagine. So in the Bhagavatam, it is said that there are oceans, there are other lokas, right? We only have an ocean of salt water here. But it said that there are, in Soma, in the Chandraloka, right? There is ocean of milk, there is ocean of mango juice, there is ocean of yogurt, there is ocean of yogurt, there is ocean of liquor. How about that? Somras, right? So all these kind of different oceans are there in these different planets. Anyway, so this milk ocean, they were actually wanted to churn. So they need to have a churning rod. So they got Mandara mountain. It's a huge mountain of gold. They got the Mandara mountain. And then they need a rope, a churning rope. And they got Vasuki as a churning rope. And then snake, it's a snake. And they started churning. Now when they started churning, the mountain started sinking. Right? So now we need to keep the mountain afloat. Right? So the Lord has taken a beautiful avatara to keep the mountain afloat. You know what was that avatara? Kurma avatar, right? He has taken the form of a Kurma avatar. And this mountain was put on this Kurma avatar and they were actually churning. And now you'll be thinking like, okay, if you put this huge mountain, and this in Bhagavatam they say like this mountain was like some 80 yojanas or something like that. Huge mountain made of gold, rock solid gold. When you put on the back of the tortoise jewel, the back will be, if you put a small, a stone on the back and started churning, your back will be gone, right, in 10 minutes. But here it is said that the Lord was actually feeling a nice scratching feeling on the back. And Lord was actually saying, nice. Bhagavatam says that. He just had a nice yawn, a massage going on. See, actually, when somebody is actually scratching on your back, that was the ultimate pleasure. That has come from this Lord only. So anyway, so he just was a tortoise, and they put this mountain and they started churning. So churning and churning, everybody was looking for the nectar to come, right? But what came out?
A lot of things.
No. First thing came out was a halahal poison called Kalakuta, right? It's an extremely poisonous thing came out, and nobody was thinking that, okay, this is an ocean of milk, and everything should come out of this milk should be auspicious, right? So we were just turning the milk. We were expecting like some butter or a ghee or buttermilk or whatever, something like that. Nice thing we were expecting, and they were just doing, and this halahal poison came out. And when this poison came out, the whole universe started burning, because this poison, the fumes and flames of this poison was actually burning all the sides. All the demons and demigods just ran away, and they didn't know what to do. Right? And they just went to Lord Vishnu. Now Vishnu is there; he was present there. We have to observe a beautiful pastime of the Samudra Mandan, wherein the Lord was beneath as tortoise, he was on the top as Ajita. He was holding, because when you're actually, just imagine, this is a mountain, and if you're actually churning, it might tip off. So you have to hold on the tip, like that, to position and keep that balance, right? So he was with 1,000 hands. Lord Vishnu has taken the form of Ajita, and he was holding that and balancing it, right? Still, when the poison came out, they went to Lord Vishnu, and they said, like, my Lord, now what we will do? We cannot take these fumes anymore. We will die in a few seconds. The whole world will be burned out, because from this whole samudra, the Kalakuta Visha was just coming out, bubbling, and there's just fumes coming out, right? As if like a huge barrel of sulfuric acid is opened here. How much fumes will be coming out, how much suffocating it will be for us, right? If you just put a huge barrel of sulfuric acid here. So this is like, a million times more intense than that. It started coming out, and he went to Lord Vishnu. And Vishnu said, there is one person who can protect us from this danger, and that is Lord Shiva. So they went to Lord Shiva with folded hands. And then they were actually praising the Lord, including whom? Among the demigods and demons, there was one more person. Who is? Lord Vishnu himself. They went to Lord Shiva, and they praised Lord Shiva. And then Lord Shiva, he was in Kailas along with Mother Parvati. And then Lord Shiva, when he heard about this thing, he said, like, how unfortunate is that? Our sons, our children, Bhagavad said, our children is suffering from this difficult situation. Let me take this poison, right? So then, obviously, what you will be thinking as a wife, what she will be thinking?
She'll be gone crazy.
She will go crazy, right? She will be thinking like, no way you will be taking this thing, right? But she, being the mother of all the living, see, this is father and mother, right? Mother Durga and Lord Shiva, father and mother. They will do, parents will do anything for the kids, right? They will even give up their life.
So Durga and Parvati are same.
Same, exactly. Uma, Aparna, Kartyayani, all these are different names of Mother Durga, right? So Lord Shiva said, like, I'm going to take this poison. And then mother, and she was accepting that, and she was happy that her husband is actually doing that for the benefit of the children. So it said that Lord Shiva came and he condensed the whole Kalakuta Visha into a palmful. And if the whole poison is condensed, it will be even more intense. Concentrated, highly concentrated, right? So he just took that and he just drank it. And it said that he got a blue throat because of that. And that's what his name is? Nilakanta, right? That's what he's got this thing. So Lord Shiva is the most, see, he will take things which people rejects. Why Lord Shiva is actually, what is the form of Lord Shiva? When I ask you, what is a form you are familiar with? What is the form of Lord Shiva? He's got a damru. He's got a snake. He's got all the ashes. And this ashes is from where? From the crematorium. Right? From the graveyard. And he's got a deer skin. Actually, he's called Digambara. The real form of the Lord Shiva is Digambara. Digambara means he is actually using the diks, the directions as his ambara, his dress. He's completely naked person. But sometimes it's said that he is actually wearing deer skin or elephant skin, right? He has got snakes all over the body. And he has got, a huge, he's got a huge jata. Jata means matted hair, and it is it's called, it's huge. It's just touching the, dragging onto the floor. Yes, it's called Kabartam. And then Ganga is there on the head, and there is moon was there, right? And this Ganga is always flowing through his body, always flowing through the body. You know why Ganga is always flowing through the body?
There's a pastime for that. There's how she came.
That story is there, but what is the reason behind that? Why you are so and how do you worship Shivlinga? By pouring water. You just see that there is a kalasha, and from that, and this always, and why you are pouring water onto the body? To keep you cool, right? And you know why? And why you need to keep it cool? Because the body is very hot. And you know why the Shiva's body is very hot? No. Because of yoga. Correct. That's a good answer. But there is more to that. He is an Adi Yogi, right? But there is more to that. Because of the yoga he is doing, but more than that, he is doing chanting. And what is he chanting?
Harinam.
Yes, but specifically on Harinam. Mahadevo Panjamukhe Rama Rama Hare Hare. So he is always taking the name of Ram. He has got a Rudraksha. He has got his left leg on the right thigh, and he is having the Rudraksha on his hand, and he is chanting Ram Nam. See, when you chant the Ram, the Rakara is fire. When you say Ram, 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 you just see that your body will generate heat. It's scientific. Right? And when you're actually chanting Ugra Tapas, Tivra Tapas, then your body will be just flaming. And that's what Ganga is always flowing to.
Example like Dhruva.
On top of that, there is another cooling agent on the top of his head. What is that? Moon. Moon is a cooling agent, right? It's keeping that. Even with these two ACs fitted, he's still burning. He's just, what is that called? Jada Kataha Sambrama? Nilimba Nirjari? Vilola Viji Vallari? Virajamana Murdhani? Thagat Dagat Dalalla Lada Patra Pavake? Kishora Chandra Shekare? Rati Pratikshanam Mama. Right? And that is tatak, 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 that is the Ugra. And this song is written by who? Ravan. Right? Ravan. You see, Ravan is crazy when it comes to the worship of Lord Shiva. Ravan was actually, worshipping the Lord Shiva with these mantras and everything. And then finally, Lord Shiva didn't appear. Then what he did, he started tearing off his stomach. He took his intestines, he made a musical instrument, and that musical instrument is called yal. And he started playing with that and started reciting this thing. And this yal, from yal come Yalpanam. Yalpanam is one of the famous cities in Sri Lanka because he's from Lanka, Ravana, right? So he just started in Shankarabharanam, he started singing. Lord Shiva still didn't come. Imagine you tear up your stomach, take the intestines and playing with that. It's a joke. And then he started cutting off his, head one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. And finally Lord Shiva came, right? So Lord Shiva, if you see, Lord Shiva belongs to this most ghastly, ghostly. He's living in. Why we are talking about this rupam of the or the form of the Lord Shiva? Because we just wanted to understand that Lord Shiva is the greatest Vaishnava. He is almost equal to Lord Vishnu, right?
And you were talking about he taking all the menial jobs.
Menial jobs, right?
Milk and curd, the difference.
Yes, he is the equivalent of Lord Vishnu. See, Sadashiva Loga is not even on material world. Spiritual. Gologa dhamni nija dhamni talecha tasya Devi Mahesha Hari Dhamas. So the Devi Dham is material world. Mahesha Dham is on top of that. Hari Dham is the Vaikuntha planet. So Mahesha Dham is on top of the material world. He doesn't belong to this material world. He is completely pure. Right? He's completely pure. And that personality, he's wearing this ashes. He is wearing this this serpent. He is wearing this mala of skulls, and he is just wearing a small deer skin, and he's on the bull, is playing this damru, which is very ghastly form. Like, why is that so? Because see, we talk about the living entities. Remember in the beginning of the class, there are so many living entities who doesn't belong to this material world or doesn't have. They are kind of like most fallen living entities. They are the ghosts and goblins and the spirits and all. Does they all deserve a liberation?
Yes.
Does they deserve a liberation? We all human beings deserve liberation, right? Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Does these living entities also require liberation?
Yes.
Who is going to liberate them?
Shiva. He's the chief of
That is when Lord Shiva will take the most menial, humble, fallen job of liberating these fallen conditioned souls. He has come down to that level of, because if you just go to these ghosts and goblins with the Shankha, Chakra, Gada and Padma, they won't understand. They won't. If you have to teach
in their language.
A very low conscious person, you have to speak in their language. You have to be one among them. Have you seen the missionaries who are going to Africa and educating them, and have you seen the people from US and all? They have gone to Africa, they live there, they stay with them, and they give education to the kids. They teach them the basics of this what is that called, the hygiene and all, right? They were born in all big families or very good to do families and all, but it's their ultimate passion, not passion, sorry, wrong word, compassion, extreme compassion, extreme empathy and extreme love for the living entities, that they leave all their thing, they just go to this most fallen, most difficult situation, live with them and give them the education so that their life will get uplifted. That is the job of Lord Shiva.
He's
Right?
also been told he's the chief of the mode of ignorance.
He's a chief. Why he is taking the chief of mode of ignorance? Because these living entities belong to the mode of ignorance. So he has taken that position of being the adhipati of mode of ignorance, the tamas, and that's what he has taken the form, right? Same time, Lord Shiva internally always keeps a Vaishnava, even though he is the Lord of all this, Lord Shiva takes all the different forms, like Veerabhadra, Kapali, Kalahasti, different forms, brutal, or not brutal, ghastly forms, right? And people worship Lord Shiva in different ways. I was talking about Ravana, right? How ghastly! Nobody can worship like that. Even now, even now, in some part of the world, they are actually do this Tandra Vidya. They offer meat, they offer liquor, they do killing, all this kind of things. Lord Shiva accepts it. Now, just imagine why he is doing that. When Lord Shiva accepts them, what happens is that they get liberated to the next level, so that they will get a birth wherein they can actually do a Rajoguna worship. Who are all the people, demigods who are worshipped in Rajoguna? Like Indra, Chandra, Ganesha, Kartikeya, Mother Durga, right? Who is the Lord who is actually worshipped on the Sattvic level? Vishnu. Vishuddha Sattva is Krishna, right? So these people, there should be some hope for this lower, downtrodden living entity, so that they will eventually come up, right? So that's when Lord Shiva has taken the most humble, menial position. And imagine if somebody is taking that most humble position, wouldn't be more happy that the Supreme Lord will be extremely happy and pleased with him, right? That's the position of Lord Shiva. So Krishna is extremely happy, and that is what in Bhagavatam it is said that Vaishnavanam Yada Shambhu, right? Vaishnavanam Yada Shambhu, because Lord Shiva is the greatest devotee of Lord Vishnu. So question will ask, like, what about the gopis? I was also thinking, like, what about the gopis? What about Prahlad Maharaj? What about Dhruva Maharaj? They are also great. Narada, they are also great devotees. So why Lord Shiva has put on the greatest Vaishnava, right? It's because of the service he is actually, that is what giving is the greatest service, Prabhu. Giving is a greatest service, and that is what we are trying to do, right? In a very humble way, what we are trying to do is to give to the community and the society. What we are trying to give? We are trying to give this knowledge as much as possible, as much as we know. There is no bigger knowledge than this, and there is no bigger service than this. And that is what we all have to do. Everybody has got a responsibility of giving. And that is what Lord Shiva is doing as a service of, like, giving himself to the lowest of the living entities. The same Lord Shiva is also there as Gopishwar Mahadev in Vrindavan. Right? The same Shiva who has actually sung the Rudra Gita in Bhagavatam. Right? The Lord Shiva, who is the same Lord Shiva who was actually saying to Mother Parvati that, there is nobody which is greater than Lord Krishna. So there is a deep-hearted Vaishnava, and there is a sampradaya of Vaishnava sampradaya on the name of Lord Shiva. You know that?
Rudra Sampradaya.
Rudra Sampradaya. Yeah. And that is very ironical. Oh, there is a Vaishnava sampradaya in the name of Lord Shiva? Yes, there is one. Why? Because he is a Vaishnava by himself. Vaishnavanam Yata Shambhu. Right? So on the Shivaratri occasion, although it is over, but still it's a great pleasure, it's a great privilege that we are able to speak about Lord Shiva, even a little bit, tiny bit here and there. But we were able to remember him, we were able to appreciate, and we were able to understand how Lord Shiva is the real, when I say real means the biological father. Remember we started our thoughts about the biological father. He is the biological father of all of us. Bijamam Sarva Bhudanam, when Krishna says that, Krishna is actually doing that activity through the agency of Lord Shiva for giving birth. And being the father and mother of Lord Shiva, it is the responsibility of father and mother to take us back also. That's the beauty. And taking back is a great responsibility. You know why? Bringing is okay. And we all know that what was the situation, why he was brought here. We were brought here. Taking back is another biggest responsibility. You know why? Anybody can make a guess?
Liberation.
Liberation, yes. But for liberation, what is the qualification?
You have to purify, you have to bring it to that level.
You have to become pure.
Purest of the pure.
We are having desires, and with the desires you think that you can go back there? No. It is the responsibility of father and the mother. More than father is the mother. You know, the kids are being more taken care by the mother, right? Because they spend more of the time with the kids. And that is what we call this so-called agency called Maya. See, we see this Maya as a bad thing. Maya is not a bad thing. Maya is the correctional agent or the superintendent of this material world to make sure that we are completely purified. And how do she test? So tomorrow morning we think that, okay, I have chanted so many rounds, or actually I have did some chanting, I have did some yoga, I have did some meditation, now my mind is very pure. Om Shanti, 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 Shanti. And then when you go there, you know, you see a woman going out, she started looking like that. Done. Who is that woman? That's Maya.
Maya.
You are failed. How do you make sure that you have scored 100 out of 100? By doing a test. Right? She's doing test. When you're actually thinking that, okay, I have become nirvana, you come out, you see a nice building. Oh my God, nice building. What is the price? 1.7 million. Done. You just, think that, okay, I have chanted, now I have done yoga. My mind is pure. You see now nice BMW car. Wow. That's it. You failed. Who is doing this test? Maya. Maya is the most trustworthy agent of Krishna to make sure that we are out of this thing. The moment Maya will see that I am not at all looking at the BMW, I'm not at all looking at the house, I'm not at all looking at the investment, I'm not at all looking at my position, that is when she will become extremely alert. That's when she will come up with the toughest of the question papers. That is when she started playing with your ego. Material things are gone. Now ego is coming. Started playing with the ego. Then when you are actually, even ego is being, if you just, Jitendriya, when you're actually out of that ego, she started playing with your free will. And when you're completely, in control, Sthita Prajna, then she will give you a pass. She will say that, and she will be extremely happy. And the father and the mother, both Maya and Lord Shiva, will be extremely happy, saying that, okay, now we have given one person back to one soul back to Godhead. Right. That is the responsibility of Lord Shiva and Mother Earth. So everything has been created and maintained and orchestrated for a reason, Prabhus. It's not like, it's accidental. I hope I have explained to some level so that you can digest. There is much more to that, but its time is of a limit, and then we don't have enough time to do that. But my knowledge is also limited. This is all I've learned and heard and listened from others. I'll stop here. I think I can take one or two questions. We are already far beyond the time limit. Yes.
This is probably not directly related.
Mm-hmm.
The question is that the way while being raised, I heard like there are trinities, right?
Three what?
There are trinities. Trinities like
Trinities,
Shiva.
yes.
So what I heard from my mom and society is like Brahma is the creator, and I also heard that I'm not really aware. Heard the concept of Saptarishi and everything has been like a point through that. So
Heard of what?
Saptarishi.
Saptarishis.
right?
Oh.
And Brahma is the creator. That's what I heard.
Uh-huh.
So sometimes I get confused myself. I heard like
Yeah, Brahma being the creator, right?
Yeah.
So why is that Krishna or Lord Shiva being the creator, right? Is that a question?
Heard, like, Shiva is destroyer. And
Yes.
Vishnu is maintainer.
Yes. Good question, but little bit time. I think I'll try to touch base on that one. See, Brahma is a creator for sure. Now, remember we're talking about creating a material facility. Remember? So like, for example, you and your family, right? You want to build a house, right? So what you'll do? You'll actually see a contractor. First of all, you'll buy a land, right? Just imagine, it's hypothetical. And then you'll find a contractor. And then you'll say that I want a house, this is the plan and all this kind of things. And what will the contractor will do? He will build a house for you. He will build everything. He will do the fence, he will do the lawn, everything will be done. And now you can move to the house. Brahma is that contractor who actually built this material world. That way, he is the creator. Now, who is the original father? We are talking about the father and the creator. The father of the living entity is Lord Krishna. Right? And that's how we were created. The souls, the Jivatmas. Now, Brahma has actually created a house wherein we can live. You see what I'm saying? That is why Brahma is called the secondary creator. Facility. Now, Trinities, right? I'll take 2 more minutes. We talk about Mahavishnu. We talk about Sadashiva, who actually come in the form of Lord Shiva. Now, from Brahma, there are 11 Rudras coming out of his, between the eyebrows. Right? Don't blow your mind. It's more to come. There, from Brahma, 11 Rudras coming out. See, these Rudras are the one who are actually doing the destruction. Right? So, we talk about the Sadashiva, who is always residing above the material world. And there is a Shiva, who is actually coming to this material world, taking the bija, taking the living entities and impregnating this thing. And there is 11 Rudras who are actually responsible for the destruction. When the final time comes, the Rudra, who is actually the rays of destruction, is coming from the eyes of Sankarshana. Right? Sankarshana is nothing but Ananda, who is lying down in this material world. The rays is actually coming, the flames of rays is coming from the eyes of Sankarshana. And this rays again takes the form of Kalagni Rudra. And he is the one who is destructing. And the middle person, who is maintenance. Now, by the way, creation and destruction, it's very easy. Which is the difficult part, Prabhu? Running the temple is the most difficult part, right? Somebody can come and inaugurate the temple and go. Somebody can close the temple and go. But running the temple every Sunday, cooking and maintaining, cleaning and everything, that difficult part is taken by the most superhuman personality. That is Lord Vishnu himself. That Vishnu is also an expansion of the expansion. Remember we talk about that Mahavishnu? That Mahavishnu, again, he takes the form of Garbhodakashai. Right? And this Garbhodakashai Vishnu is who is actually maintaining the whole thing. So he comes inside this material world again. He will take care of this thing. And even another Vishnu will come. Kshirodakashai, I told you, don't blow your mind yet. Another Vishnu will come. And that Vishnu will come inside everybody's heart. And who is that Vishnu called? Paramatma. That's what called for Paramatma inside. So Sarvam Vishnu Mayam. That means everywhere there is Vishnu. That means Andandarastha Charamanu Chayandarastha. In every Anda, in every atom, if Vishnu is there, it is there. If Vishnu is there, it is there. That's what he said. Who? Famous devotee asked this question to his father. His father asked to his son, is your Vishnu in this pillar? Who asked this question? Famous question. Hiranyakashipu asked to Prahlad Maharaj. Yes. And then Prahlad Maharaj said, yes, because Prahlad Maharaj knew that he is in the pillar, he is in that pillar, he is in that chair, he is in the speaker, he is everywhere. Satyam, what is that? Satyam, there is a shloka in the Bhagavad, and it's like, Satyam vidadum nija bridhya pashidam. So he just vyaptim cha bhudeshu akhileshu chatmanaha. He was there to make sure that the word of his Prahlad is true. He spread all over the place. So there are Vishnus who is actually coming to this material world. There are Lord Shiva who is coming to this material world to maintain these three things. It's in Bhagavatam. It's in Bhagavatam, and also it is then in Padma Purana. Easiest way I'll tell you, Google it. Nowadays, the whole Puranas and Upanishads is there in Google, right?
We need a whiteboard and some tree diagram.
Good. I was actually thinking about it.
Yeah.
Right? I will do that actually. You know, we will. Yeah, I will do that. Right? I was thinking about having a whiteboard. Right?
Googling, I don't know what exactly should I ask. Like,
Just look for. Just look for expansions of Lord Vishnu, expansions of Lord Shiva as Rudras, 11 Rudras, quadruple expansions of Lord Vishnu, how the material world has been maintained. And when you have to put a tag also, you have to put like Bhagavatam, you have to put Puranas. If you put expansions of Vishnu, some other Vishnu Sharma will come. No, we don't want that. Then Vishnu Sharma's family tree will come. No, don't put that. We just put Vishnu Bhagavatam. Then only Google will understand, oh, he is looking for the real thing. Then all the unwanted nonsense will come. Right?
She can put Purusha Avataras.
Purusha Avataras, right? Right. Try it out, but I can help or somebody can help you if you don't find. Okay?
I think we have to bring the chart.
We will bring the chart. We have to order one chart, Prabhu. It's easier. But that was, even I was thinking about that was a good idea. Even I was thinking for a long time that I need to have a whiteboard because some things which won't retain with us, right? If you write down, it'll be easier.
All the tree diagrams.
Exactly. It won't.
And also we are recording it so they can go through the
We
YouTube.
can go through that one also.
YouTube. Yeah.
All right, I'll stop here. I think, is there any questions and we can take it over the lunch? It's already extremely late. I'm going to get a big scolding from my wife today. That I won't be available for the next 3 months, I believe, for the lecture. I will be suspended. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.